Hey guys, it's Nikki. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do an intro here and a before. I'm working on cleaning up my craft area. This is just in my basement. It's at the landing when you come down the stairs. So this is like the first view. This table I set up to do Cricut projects on, and my Cricut is way back there, not plugged in or anything. So that's not usable. This shelf holds my sequins, some sewing supplies there. There's a bunch of wands up there. Down here, this bin here is what I use to take to my vintage booths to restock. And then I've got just some storage containers here that I want to use in this declutter. So I've got some bins here. Definitely can utilize that space better. You can see I use my door that goes into like our furnace and storage area. This area is my main crafting area. So I have like an IKEA calyx up on top. The bottom is just some Target shelving. This is where I do my filming in this area. This back area, decorated a little bit. I have a shelf on the wall there that needs to come down that falls a lot. And then I have some projects on there, some gifts that I've received and swaps. I just bought this embroidery machine, so I want to set that up. I have this area behind me here that holds a lot of supplies. I'm the type of crafter who I have to see it if I'm going to use it, so I don't like closed supplies or closed items. If I'm going to use it, I have to see it. So the bulletin board with a bunch of things that I've received as well. This hanging basket holds a bunch of swaps that I've received as well. That's just my laundry room. And then here I have where I just have my sewing machine set up. So this is what it looks like now. It's a very small area. It's maybe about 10 by 10. I think what I'm going to do is take everything out. I'm going to clear it completely, and then I'm going to redesign how I want to have it laid out and make it usable for both the like upcycling projects that I do and the paper crafting projects that I do. So let's get started. Okay guys, so like I said, I am a visual person. So my yarn was double stacked before. There were 2 layers of it. I did it kind of in rainbow order. The darker colors were in the back, the warmer colors were in the front. So I'd like to use 2 smaller cubbies so you can see it all. So I think in this one, I'm gonna go with my whites and pinks, reds, oranges, probably up to yellow. And then this one, I think I'll do all of my cool colors. So I'm gonna start with my yellows at the bottom. So I've got 2 that are kind of the same. Try and wrap these up as nice as possible, and then put them on the shelf in rainbow order. Okay, a little bit of a change of plans. I decided to do 3 just because it was shoved in so tight and I want things easily accessible. So I just decided to take up the top 3. So you can see I've got white through blue there, greens and aquas and yellows there, and then my pinks, oranges, and reds there. So I think this will work out really well for me. Okay, just finishing up my junk journals. Just trying to separate things into different bins. I picked these up at Dollar Tree. They're the marker storage cases, but look guys, they don't have the things inside like that. It's just on the bottom. So if you wanted to put your markers in there, you could do that. But I love that they're open. These are perfect for separating out some of my ephemera. So I'm just going to kind of do that. And then I have that. Yeah, I think that's perfect. I have a couple extra things there. I have a pen, and let's see, I think I have some room to even throw my washi tape in there. So the point of this for me is to just be able to grab this and do junk journaling. Like that is how I wanted it to all fit together, all neatly. I'm not trying to scramble through things, trying to find stuff. So I'm very happy with how that turned out. All right, so I made some progress. My phone died and I had to plug it into charge. So I've got all of these, except for that very last cubby right there. I need to just move those. But I've got this all cleaned and purged and organized. I've got this section done as well. So that's looks really good. These also need to find a spot right there. I'm not sure where those are gonna go. But the rest of the room is a disaster. So here is where we're at with everything else. This is my donation box there. And then if I turn you around, I've got some like large pieces of fabric there and fur. And then I've got just, that's garbage. That needs to be revamped. And then this table needs to be cleaned up. So I've got some more work to do, but I am definitely making progress. So let's just come back over here and look at this. So if you just look at this, it looks really nice. All right, back to it. So you guys just saw some clips of me actually cleaning and organizing the craft room, and it is now done. It is actually about a month later. I have some Halloween things up, nothing much, but I just thought I'd take you around the craft room and give you a quick tour of how my space is set up. So my craft area is just at the landing of our basement stairs. So you come downstairs and you've got this sewing table right here. This is new to my space. I just got an embroidery machine, so we kind of created another workspace for that. Down on the one shelf, I just have some extra little supplies there. I've got a little tier tray set up. That is the embroidery machine. It can be both embroidery and a sewing machine. I did put the chalkboard up, but I didn't write anything on it yet. One thing you're going to see in my craft room is I'm a very visual person. When I organize, I like to see everything I have. If I just put it away in these beautiful containers, I will never grab for anything. It is one of the reasons that I make a crafty tiered tray each season, because I need to see what I have. So I utilized these over the door hangers to just kind of increase my space. So you can just see I've got some, random things in there, feathers, little picks and pinwheels, some tags, some leaves, little plant picks, some stamens, some more picks, tickets. This is like chenille, to make chenille, and I've never tried it yet, but I'd like to. That is my collection of straws. Down here I have some more picks, some little chalkboard little pieces from Dollar Tree. All of my jemmies are there. These are just some little tiny pom-poms and little foam pieces that I put in my business cards. And then down in the bottom pockets, I had some paint from Dollar Tree and it did not work very well, so I threw it away. So I've just got like one little puffy paint hanging out down there, and then some wooden plant picks. So the next thing you'll see is just this ladder here. On the top, I've just got a clock, and I've got a collection of some fun wands up there from a couple different swaps. This is where I keep some of my thread. I've also got some journals and books. I'm trying to keep the light on that. That I store here as well. This is my grandma's sewing case. I absolutely cherish it. I have a lot of things in there that belong to her. I have some extra thread and some bobbins up there. On the other side here, I've got a few more journals. I've got some buttons in a little gumball machine. Down here, you're gonna see my washi tape. So this is another thing that I tried to do. Just gonna create a shadow for a second. I, with this limited space, need to be careful what I buy, and I need to make sure I'm using what I purchase. So I did a purge a while ago and got rid of quite a bit of washi tape, and I needed it to fit in this container. So if it doesn't fit in this container, the only exception I have is like this right here, which is just a ring that holds the skinny washi. I can't have it. So the only exceptions to this are my Christmas and my Halloween washi. I do keep in the bins that hold those items. So here I've just got some crafty swaps displayed, and then I've got a little fun pen and marker holder back there. I've got a few more journals down here. And then this here is all of my sequins and glitter. So I have these big containers from Michael's that hold like 12 by 12 paper, but I think they're actually 13 by 13. And they hold inside, I don't know if it's like 25 to 30 different containers, and I store everything in these little containers from Dollar Tree. I did do a whole video on organizing that. If you would like to take a look for it, I'll try and link it down below if I can find it. And then underneath at the very bottom, those are my clear plastic bags, and then in the pink container are just see if I can just pull that out. It's just non-clear bags, so just containers, bags, and little boxes for packaging. So So that's that. Moving on. This area is not very bright. I'm going to move my ring light so you guys can see a little bit. I think that is better. So I have this little macrame holder here that I got off of Amazon, and it holds just a ton of inspiration. So these are different things I've received through swaps, and I keep them displayed here. I love them. They are like treasures to me. And just having them here for me to view is just very inspirational for me. So cherish all of them that I got. Moving back to this area, I have 2 of the bottom shelving units. Those are just Target shelves. And then above it is a calyx cube. So I just kind of stacked them up. The woods are dark, but it's fine. They were all free. So I am all about that. On top here in those containers from Dollar Tree, I have my ribbons sorted by color. So I've got 2 layers back there. And you can just see most of them are wound on a cardboard piece. And I got those off of Amazon. I also have this little straw holder that I painted, and it's actually vintage. And like I said, I just painted it to match my craft room, put some straws in there that match. I've got a little pumpkin, and then I've got my memory decks holder that just has some memory decks cards. I don't have them all on there. Moving down to this row, I have all of my notebooks, extra journals, extra notebooks, extra travel, traveler's notebook covers, all kinds of things back there. Again, since that's full, I can't buy any more of those because I don't have any more room. So unless I want to get rid of some things, I'm done with notebooks for a little while. This container is just the smaller one from Dollar Tree, and it holds all of my Happy Planner discs. This cubby right here, if I pull this out, this is all journaling supplies and my journals that I'm currently using. So there's my coffee journal. I think this one is my crafty journal. This is my reading journal, and this is my exercise journal. This one, I think is just my everyday journal. I haven't journaled in it in a while, so I'm not sure. And then these house different ephemera pieces, library cards. I think I showed myself organizing these. These actually, these containers are from Dollar Tree. I found them there this summer, and they're actually the marker holders, but they don't have the plastic that comes all the way up. It's just got these along the bottom. So you have a ton of space to organize with. So I picked up 5 or 6 of these this summer, and they work great for storing my ephemera pieces in there. Moving on to this cubby, this holds all of my flowers. Again, it's full. I do not need to buy any more flowers. I know it's dark back there, so I've got some still in packaging, and then there's little containers way in the back that hold like smaller flowers and rolled paper flowers and things like that. In the front, I have these little mini ones that I found at Dollar Tree this summer, and these just hold cabochons and different like jemmies that you glue on that don't have a sticky back. So that is what these are for. So I've got those 4 there. Back in this cubby, I've got some doilies. I've got my little 6x6 paper pads and one 6x8, I think, back there. And then way in the back in that container are all of my bows. So you can kind of see, I know it's dark, I apologize. All bows in there, all different kinds, all different colors. This container holds what I wrap my ribbon around when I store it. So it is just all of the extras in there. So down here, these are my paper pad collections. These are everyday collections. So each 12 by 12 plastic sleeve holds a collection. The only thing not in here, my fall isn't in here, my Halloween or my Christmas are not included in here. Those are in bins in my storage room. So I also have some cardboard pieces back here that I use for like backing or book covers. This is paper pads, mostly from Joann's. This paper down here are my golds, silvers, foils, craft paper, and those are all 8.5 by 11. This houses all my 12 by 12 solid sheets, all my 12 by 12 printed sheets, and then a few more collections here that didn't fit in the other cubby. I did just put down there in that corner 2 summer collections that didn't fit in there, so that's what those are. This cubby is going to hold all of my stamping and stenciling and rub-on items. So got some gesso back there, some wood stamps. There's my stenciling things. You can see the stamps. I got rub-on transfers all the way in the back there. This is just my little sprocket I keep here, and then that's the extra film for it. This cubby holds all of my paint in the back. So you can see this is just like acrylic paints back there. Then I have all of my tassels. Got all of my doilies and all of my rosettes here, mostly crepe paper rosettes. Sits on there, there we go. So those are all like within reach, which is, like I said, my goal of everything. That box back here contains a flower press. And these are absorbing pieces that go inside of it. The bottom here, I've got these 3 boxes. The top container is just going to be alphabet stickers and regular stickers that don't go with the collection. The middle one is my Easter and spring supplies. Here's what I found. And the bottom is Valentine's Day supplies. Next to it, I have like I think it's for lids, pan lids. I keep my envelope punch, my little guillotine, and 2 paper trimmers in there. And then on the bottom row, I have things for Bible journaling in the one all the way to the left. On the right is my planner supplies. And then this little pink container holds all of my mini notebooks from Dollar Tree. Moving on to this level. This is all my beading supplies. So each container has either beads, charms, findings, my heishi beads, keychain rings, everything like that. The little container over there that holds all of my wires and overflow beads that I don't have room for, and my pliers and things like that. And then the bottom row, all of those white boxes contain photos that need to be scrapbooked. The green container all the way at the bottom just holds a ephemera from like my kids growing up that it goes with the pictures in there. And then this bin is just macrame and rope. So it just looks like that, some twine on there. This little middle section here, I've got my, let me get over here for a better view. Over here, I've got my scoring tool. That is this big thing here. This is just papers and newspapers for wrapping things or using like if I'm painting to set down. This whole container contains just a variety of things. I have a couple binders in there for binder projects. I've got my laminating paper. I've got a few 12 by 12 sheets for my Cricut. And then everything else is Project Life sleeves. And yeah, that's the entire back is all Project Life stuff. This side is going to be all of my transfers, my IOD transfers, and a couple other transfers. So moving on to this shelf, this is just 2 of the older Target shelves stacked on top of each other. The top row here, let me again adjust my lighting, that's better. So my top row here, again, I've got some projects. This entire bulletin board is filled with just different swap pieces that I've received. I've got some bottle brush trees back there, and then again in the back some swap items again. And then these smaller containers, I've got some extra trim. Those are like small pieces that don't go back on the roll. Some felted pom-poms, some regular pom-poms, paper clips, binder clips, clothespins, little sealed like not acetate, plastic pieces with like glitter in, and then all of my wood pieces are in there. So that's what that is. This section holds my yarn. So I have it split into 3 different colors here. And then this container holds the pieces to make pom-poms. Put those right by the yarn. This is my larger rolls of fabric. Most of these I've thrifted, or actually there's like a sweatshirt in there that I've been using and a sweater that I've been creating with. So I have those in there. I have a vintage sheet all the way at the bottom there. So I just want to keep those handy. This is all of the other fabric that I have. Most of it is the quarter rounds. And then I have some Halloween fabric that I just purchased up there at the top. All of this is extra from pumpkins I just took apart to create something else with here at Halloween. This is some muslin I can create with. And then I've just color coordinated the fabric pieces there. This whole area has felt, all of my tulle, and then this is cheesecloth back here for creating. So I have a pink and a white, and then, like I said, this is just all of my tulle, which I can't buy anymore because it's full. And again, no, I take that back. I think everything's in here. Christmas, fall, and Halloween. So this covers everything. This is just some glittered, the thicker stuff for bows. And then this is some acetate stuff that I have there that doesn't fit. Moving down here, I have my eyelets. I have my label maker. And then on top here is a snap kit. So I've got all the snaps and the pliers there. This bin is like tools. So I have my actual hammer and a nail kit. I've got my eyelet punch here. This is I don't know what you call it. It seals things. It's like a heat tool that seals like pocket letters and things like that. I have an extra glue gun, staple gun, so actual tools in there. This is like my button area. So this is all my tools to make buttons with. This container here is just all extra glues and tapes. This container is, I skipped one. So this container is packages. So I can upcycle these things or repurpose them. So you can see like that little purse there. I've got things for embellishment boxes, things like that in there. Give you maybe a little bit better view back there. And then this one over here houses all of my like plastic things for sequence mixes. Got some dowel rods there. This bottom one is glues, some Goo Gone, blue tape, sandpaper, and some rags for like upcycling projects. Here I have my heavy duty industrial like Happy Planner punch. I've got a long arm stapler and my laminator. And then over here are just rolls for my Cricut. This also houses like all the cords for my Cricut as well. And then back here is my Cricut boards. I have a big, let me get out of that shadow, a big piece of foam board from Dollar Tree, and then an extra cutting mat down there. This wall, I've got another little chalkboard. I've got a little rainbow that I bought at Target. And then this is how I store my crepe paper. It is actually on a, like a curtain rod. See if you can see it from the side there. That I just have hooked to the wall. And then it comes apart in the middle so I can slide on and off. But that is just perfect for me to, I can just go up and pull down what I need. So yeah, anyway, I love that. Here is another over the door holder that I use. Let me come to this side. This houses almost everything I need for mailing. So I've got some confetti up on top. I've got some shred. I tried to keep like one of each color in here. I've got a ton more in storage. I've got some packing tape, all of my tissue paper, some bubble wrap in here. I use these large cards. I got them at a thrift store. I use them to keep my packages steady or sturdy. And then I have some more shred here that I got at Easter time, some bubble mailers. This is some more bubble mailers and boxes from the post office, and some more bubble wrap down here. Coming over, yes, this cord is here. Here is my desk area, and this is where I do my filming. The cord is from my ring light that I have here. So I'll go through that trolley in a minute, but this is just my desk. It's pretty small. This area right here, with the pink mat, that is basically my crafting area. It is, 2 by 2 by 18. I don't know. It's not very big. And then I keep my crafty tier tray here. So it looks like that. My glue gun is over there. That is always on and ready to go for me. And then I have 3 shelves here that I utilize. So the first one has my cinch on it that I haven't used yet, and some coils. That's on my project list to try. The pink bin behind it holds all of my punches. So again, I'm full up on punches. I can't buy any more. So that's all of them in there. The second row holds my Cricut. And the bottom row is stuff for resin that I've never used yet. And this is all wax seal things. So those are there. Coming over here, those are the steps that lead upstairs, but this is where I keep my die cutting machine. So I have that. This basket holds all of my dies. I have some other dies off to the side that didn't fit. And then some extra plates here. This is just all dies there. The bottom here holds some felt and crepe paper pieces, and then this is little embroidery pieces here. So that's what that looks like. And then coming over here to my craft cart, this is the last piece I'll show you. Get my light adjusted here. Yeah, my light is something I need to solve for down here, and it is the sole reason I haven't done a craft tour before now. So in the top here, I've got some Barely Arts glue. I've got a stamp here for my Lavender Lane Vintage. Got some Distress Oxide and some black ink. This is my Simply Home by Nikki stamp. I've got this beautiful container that holds the tape, or the foam tape from Dollar Tree. I got that as a little gift. I have a little washi tape holder back there. Here is lotion, Tic Tacs, gum, chapstick, ibuprofen, hand sanitizer. That's hand lotion. Glue stick here. I've got pins and all kinds of pins in here. This is one of the Dollar Tree ones that I just glued on top of a little mason jar. Got some extra ink for ink pad here. This is a date stamp. I've got some extra pins here. This is some foam tape, just some roll tape from Dollar Tree. And then down here are just like pop dot stickers. This is from Dollar Tree as well. I just separate them all out and just keep them here, so they're accessible there. I have some tools to make rolled flowers, scissors, pen, pokey tools. These are for rub-on transfers. This is a hole punch. I've got some tools in here for rolled flowers as well. A little rubber finger, extra blade, a little utility knife, a tweezers. Here are my business cards. And then I've got some extra tape, a stapler, some extra staples, my little tiny attacher there. The second shelf is going to be cards and card making supplies, a label maker. So these are all cards that I've made and they're ready to go. These are card blanks and envelope blanks. These are just some little things I can add to cards if I want to. I've got my label maker. I've got these little patty papers to make glassine bags. Got shipping labels here. And then the bottom is, these are the Jen Hatfield collection that I'm working on right now, making some cards. And then in the back is some extra Project Life cards and some scrap paper. So that is it. Oh, and finally right there, that is the papers, the collections that I'm working on right now. So these are 3 fall collections that I have down there. I just keep them stored there so they're easily accessible when I'm working. So that is it. Like I said, I'm very visual. I like to see everything that I have. So while it might look chaotic to some of you, it really works for me. I'd love to know what you guys think. I'd love to know how you guys organize your craft room. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.